Are you tired of games draining your data or constantly bombarding you with ads? Well, you've clicked on the right video. Because today, I'm going to show you my top 15 best offline games for Android and iOS in 2025. If you're looking for more offline games to play, be sure to check out my offline games playlist. Okay, let's get started with the video. FateZ Unturned Zombie Survival, and it's a solid survival game with that classic low poly look. You get a massive open world to explore, craft your own weapons and tools, and build a base to survive the zombie waves. There's a full day-night cycle, weather changes, and even stuff like farming, fishing, and planting. You can drive vehicles and fight off both zombies and bandits. It's got a bit of everything, and even though it looks simple, the gameplay can get pretty intense. Definitely worth checking out if you enjoy survival games. I stumbled upon this mobile game called SpiderMan 3. Just to be clear, this isn't the official Spider-Man game. The first thing that grabbed me was the look of it. The graphics and art style are actually pretty slick for an indie mobile title. It really captures that Spidey vibe. Fighting and taking down bad guys is fun, but after a couple of hours, it gets repetitive pretty quickly. If the developers added some more missions, maybe some new enemy types, or just generally more variety. Car Driving Simulator, Evo is a new open-world driving game by Pop, and it actually impressed me. The vehicle models are super detailed inside and out, and the driving feels smooth whether you're in a car or on a bike. It's not about racing or missions, just pure, chill driving through a big open map. If you enjoy games where you can explore at your own pace and admire every detail of your ride, this one's worth checking out. HOTGEAR is an open-world car driving game. If you've got an older phone that struggles with the fancy graphics of some other driving games, this one might be right up your alley. It's not trying to be the next big racing simulator or anything. It's more of a simple hop in and drive kind of game where you can just cruise around the city and mess about. There are some missions sprinkled in to give you a bit of direction, but honestly, it feels more like a Outbreak. Dead Zone is like the classic Call of Duty zombie mode, but if it went through a low-poly graphics filter. You're basically dropped into a map swarming with blocky zombies, and it's your job to survive as long as you can, mowing them down, upgrading your arsenal, and unlocking new parts of the map to explore. The only bummer right now is that the gun selection feels a bit limited, and it would be awesome to team up with some friends to take on the hordes, but there's no multiplayer mode. Gangs Fighter, Vice Island is like a simple version of GTA on your phone. It's very chaotic and fun. There are many things happening, like events and small games inside the game, which makes it interesting because there are different things to do. One downside is that the game wants you to watch advertisements if you want to get some new guns or cars. But, you can play the game without internet, so you don't have to watch the ads. Battlefront Europe, World War I is interesting because it mixes two types of games, strategy and shooting. First, you position your soldiers on the map, then you can choose one of your soldiers and play as them. I think this game is fun. It's cool that you can plan your attack and then also be part of the action. It's a different kind of game where you can be the boss and also be a soldier. If you like strategy games and also like shooting games, maybe you'll like Battlefront Europe. Real Moto 2 is a motorcycle racing game that really throws a lot at you in terms of content. From the moment I started playing, I was impressed by the sheer number of bikes and tracks available. The game does a decent job of feeling realistic when you're out on the track. You actually need to think about your speed and how you lean into corners, otherwise, you'll find yourself eating virtual dirt. If you're looking for a motorcycle racing game with a ton of options to explore. Battlechasers, Nightwar is a turn-based RPG with a really cool comic book-inspired art style. Visually, it's pretty impressive. The combat is strategic and engaging, with a good mix of abilities and character roles. You'll find yourself thinking about your moves, planning ahead, which is a nice change of pace from some of the more action-heavy mobile games. If you're a fan of turn-based RPGs and you have Bus Simulator City Ride Lite features original licensed buses with detailed cockpits, a lively map with various districts and landmarks, and a career mode where you can unlock more buses, routes, and features. I think Bus Simulator City Ride Lite is a great game for anyone who loves simulators. Hunting games. Sniper Hunter is a game where you basically go around different places and try to shoot animals or creatures with a sniper rifle. The first thing that caught my eye was how nice the game looks. I really liked exploring the different areas like forests and maybe even snowy mountains. Since it's a new game, it feels a little bit limited in what you can do. It would be awesome to have a bigger variety of targets and maybe some more powerful rifles to unlock. Right now, it's a nice and deep. Project Racer is a racing game that I've been hearing about for a while, and they just released a new beta test, so I had to jump in and try it out. Even though it's still in beta, I actually really liked what I saw. The driving felt pretty good, and I could see the potential for a truly fun racing game on mobile. Right now, there isn't a huge amount of stuff to do. There were only 2 cars to choose from and 4 different tracks to race on. I think Project Racer could become one of the great racing games for phones. It's got that promising feel. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is the newest game in the Prince of Persia world, and it's a bit different from what some people might expect. Instead of being completely 3D, it's more of a 2D adventure game, but with really nice graphics that make it look modern. The fighting is pretty fun, with lots of different moves and enemies to learn. If you like games where you explore a big world, do cool jumps, and have some good fun. Gunfire Ops is a roguelike FPS where every mission throws something new at you. It's not just run and gun, you actually need to use cover to survive. The game mixes intense firefights with tactical movement, and the roguelike system means no 2 runs feel the same. I liked how the skill tree changes every time, so your strategy has to adapt on the fly. The destruction physics are solid, cover breaks, bullets punch through walls, and the visuals look sharp. If you're into fast-paced shooters with some depth, this one's definitely worth a try.